I'm live on YouTube and there's 3 people. And I realize there's a live chat. So say hi so I know who it is. It'd be lovely. And I'm going to go live on Facebook. Am I live? I can't tell. Facebook changed their live. There we go. Go live. There I am. I'm live on Facebook. No one said hello on YouTube yet. That's okay. You're on YouTube. Oh, but it's on your TV, so you can't say hi. Hi, Jeff and Allison. Thanks for coming back. I'm so happy you're here. Facebook. There we go. And now let's get Instagram going. So Instagram only has like 60 minutes, so I'm doing it last. All right. So I'm live. I'm home finally. So I am at my house for the first time in a couple of weeks since the tornado. So it's so wonderful to be home. Hi, Megan, Evan, and Bonnie. Hi, Bonnie. So this is the first time I've been back at my house for a couple weeks because of the tornado. We haven't had power, and it was just crazy. So I'm finally home, and I still don't have internet. So I'm using a 5G hotspot right now. So it might be a little spotty. So I apologize for that if it is. There you are, Karen. You figure it out? Yay. This is so fun. It makes me feel good. I'm introvert, extrovert. And so my extroverted side is lacking lately. So it's really lovely to do this. I feel like, oh, Bonnie. Okay, that's yay. It feels good to have this community. So thanks for coming back today. I am going to do like a nice flow, but I wanted to do a little bit more concentrated core today just because we didn't really focus on core and obliques specifically last week. And if you have a strong core, it can really help your entire body. So Rachel's here, yay! So today we're going to do a little bit more core. If you ever have like low back pain, a lot of times low back pain is caused by a weak core. So just even sitting straight up, if you have a hard time sitting in a seat straight up, your back starts to hurt you, it's probably because you have a weak core. So even though core strengthening is hard and tough, that's what's going to help support that back, and that's the center of your body. It helps with balance and just control of everything. So we're going to do a little bit more focused core today, if that sounds good with you guys. Yay! This is fun. Okay, so just for everyone on Instagram, just so you know, I do also have a YouTube live and a Facebook live. So if you want to look at it not on your phone, if you want to pull it up like on a TV or on a computer, on my profile of Instagram, you can click on the link. It's an Instagram, or it's the YouTube live link. So if that works for you better. Okay, cool. So a few logistics before I start, like I did every day last week. If you, everyone's at different levels, and as a teacher, I really like to make sure that everyone is safe in their body. So if you don't feel good in a pose, if something's hurting you specifically at your joints where bone meets bone, if you feel pinching, pulling, like it just doesn't feel right, don't do it, or modify if you know how to modify. Usually modifications you can kind of figure out with your instincts. So I just really want you to protect your body and try not to force yourself to do things even though I'm saying them if it doesn't feel good. And if it's something that's like challenging and hard, that's different than that like pain. So you don't want to push yourself into a position that just doesn't feel good in your body. So I'm counting on you to trust your instincts and find that inner teacher to guide you so that you don't push too far. And if there's something that you're unsure of, I say just don't do it, and you can message me afterwards, and we can talk about it and figure out what's going on with your body and find a safe space for you. So you have your whole life for your yoga practice. There's no rush. If you can't do everything today, remember that's just part of your journey, and you got to do it at your own pace. All right, so I'm trusting you to protect yourself. Second thing, I know a lot of people are out of work right now, and so I want this to be open for everyone and anyone who needs it, because Lord knows I have been feeling anxious this week, so yoga has been really, really helpful to me. So if you need that today, just come on in, watch it, feel good. If you have or want to donate me some money. So I have some of my work still. I have like a remote job that's like 25 hours a week, but I don't have any of my yoga classes right now. I don't have any of I work on a food truck on Thursdays. That's not open to me right now. So I am a little bit lacking on my income. So if you feel the desire to donate me some money, I've got a Venmo account. It's at Erica-Porter. And then I have a PayPal. I think you can find me through my email. It's eport628@gmail.com. So do what feels good to you. I want you to be here no matter what your income is. So y'all ready? Yeah, we're gonna start. Find a blanket or a pillow or something, and you're gonna sit up on the blanket or the pillow. So even if you have pretty open hips, it just feels nice to kind of elevate the hips a little bit and let those knees go down. So if you're sitting in this pose and your knees are still way up like this, you can sit up on as many pillows as you want. You can always sit it up on your couch too for this breathing exercise. If it really doesn't feel good, you can extend your legs out long. So wherever you're at, you're just gonna find a comfortable seat. So you've got these sit coming from towards the sky. All right, so from here, we're just focusing in on in. Take a second to open your mouth. Exhale. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 6, 7, 8. Good. And now just a more natural the body. How that breath may have affected the mind. Do you feel a little focus? It can be something really simple. Try to keep it to once you ever need yourself. Remembering that you are always welcome to find a resting pose if you need it. So when you're ready, good. Let's bring the left hand down to the earth beside us. Take your right arm up, up, up. And then exhale, walk over. So keep that right sit bone planted down into that. And then on your opening, exhale, spiral, hand down left, stretching hips as you inhale. Inhale. Exhale, spinning the chest towards the earth, left hand down to the floor. Inhale, lifting up and opening. Exhale, spinning down. One more time. Inhale, lift. Good. And then slowly start to press yourself up. Let's roll over the knees and come into a tabletop position. So stacking the hips over the knees, the shoulders over the wrist. Inhale, drop the belly, pull the heart through. Exhale, pressing and rounding. Inhale, drop the belly, pull the heart through. Exhale, pressing and rounding. One more time. Inhale, pulling the heart through. And exhale, pressing and rounding. Good. Coming back to a neutral tabletop. You're going to extend the right leg back and then open up. Good. From here, just reach over. And then on an inhale, lift left arm up, reach over. And then come back to center. So we're going to get a little bit into the oblique. So you're left, 4, reach, 2, reach, 1, reach and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left hand comes down, right. Take the left hand down, right arm reaches over. And then exhale, coming back to center. So arms stay parallel to the earth, just reaching over to the right, and then come back to center for 5. Reach, 4, reach, 3, reach, 2, reach, 1, 2, 1. Bring the right hand down, left hand down, and then come back to a tabletop. Well, I'm already warm enough to take my sweater off. How are you guys feeling? I'm wondering if it would be better if I take one of these live streams off so it wouldn't be so choppy. Are you guys getting it really sporadically on YouTube there? I'm not sure that I even have anyone on Facebook. Let's see. Link to my YouTube to find this. I'm going to keep my YouTube going well. I'm leaving. Sorry, Facebook. Okay, YouTube. Let me know if that's any better. Okay. Okay. We'll get back to class now. Oh, you're on Instagram. Instagram's the best. Okay. So Instagram's the best. All right, so coming back. Tabletop position. So from here, you're going to extend the right leg back, lift it up so that it's parallel with the earth. Good. On an inhale, lift the heel up, find cow back, look up. And then exhale, bringing the knee into the nose, rounding through the back. Good. Inhale, kick back out. This time on your exhale, hinge from the elbows back. Try to take the chin to the mat. And then inhale, press it back up. Exhale, bringing the knee to the nose, round to the back. Exhale, kick it up. Take an inhale. Exhale, chin to the mat. Inhale up. Exhale, round in. Inhale, kick out. Exhale, chin to the mat. Inhale up. Exhale, round in. Inhale, kick out. Exhale, chin to the mat. Inhale up. Good. Drop back down. Tabletop. Good. From here, take the left leg out, reach it. Lifting up, inhale. Exhale, rounding in. Inhale, kick out. And then exhale, chin to the mat. Elbows should be touching the ribs. Inhale, back up. Exhale, round in. Inhale, kick out. Exhale, chin to the mat. Inhale up. Exhale, round in. One more time. Exhale up. Chin to the mat. Inhale up. Good. Dropping back to tabletop. Take the big toes to touch, knees wide. Reach the arms out long. Sit the hips back on the heels. Child's pose. Good. Pressing back up to tabletop. So from here, you're just going to tuck the toes, lifting those knees about 1 inch off the ground. Good. So hovering here. And then keeping those knees where they're at. Just try to reach the chest back towards the legs. And then lifting the hips, straightening the legs, down dog. Pedal out your feet. Stretching through the ankles and the calves. Good. Finding stillness in down dog. On an inhale, rock forward to a plank. You might need to walk your feet out a little bit. Good. Exhale, lifting up and back. Inhale, rock forward. Plank. Exhale, rock back. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, rock back. Good. This time, inhale, rocking forward, holding the plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees, the belly, the chest, all the way down to the mat. Good. So big tops of the feet to the mat. So you're pressing into the tops of the feet to lift the knees up. Squeeze the elbows back and lift the chest. Cobra pose. Using just your back strength, so little to no weight in the hands. One more inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, lifting up, cobra. Exhale, release. Keep the tops of the feet pressing down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, release. One more, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, release. Tuck the toes. You might need to keep the knees down, but we're going to see if we can lift. Back up to plank. Back to downward facing dog. You might need to walk the feet in just slightly. Pedal out your feet. Good. Start to walk your feet forward. Coming to the top of the mat. So feet are hip width distance. Grab opposite elbows. Shake it out. Maybe a nice sigh up the mouth here. Good. Releasing the arms. Keep a little bend in the knees. Slowly start to roll up. When you roll up, just kind of rock your shoulders back and forth. Coming all the way up to standing. Roll out the shoulders. Shake out the arms. Shake out the legs. Good. So I think you can see me just enough. Interlace the hands behind the back. Make sure your feet are hip width distance. Reach the knuckles down. Roll the shoulders up and open through the chest and the throat. So come back to neutral with the spine. Take the knuckles over to the left side body. So avoid the urge here to stick that butt out or the chest out. So you feel that little tuck pelvis to neutralize. So you're not here. You're neutralizing through the pelvis. So you can really focus on this opening. I'm just going to come onto my knees so you can see me, but you stay up standing. So you can really focus on this opening in that right shoulder. Good. Take one more inhale here. And exhale, releasing the hands behind you. Reach the knuckles down. Roll the shoulders open. Open through the throat. And then exhale, come back to neutral. Take the knuckles over to the left side body. So again, try not to stick out the chest and the butt. Tuck that front body so you feel that little tuck here, and you knit the ribs here to neutralize and really focus on this opening in that left shoulder. Good. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, release the hands behind you, knuckles down, roll the shoulders open, open through the throat. And at the top of the mat here, shake it out. Good, inhaling the arms up over the head, palms touch, look up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, find a halfway lift, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, press the hands into the mat. Again, we're stepping back to this plank. You're welcome to drop the knees to low plank if you'd like to build that strength slowly. From here, look about a foot in front of the mat. Take a deep inhale. On your exhale, drop the knees, the chest, and the chin. So you're keeping that tailbone lifted. And then you inhale, pull the heart through. Bhujangasana, little to no weight in the hands, tops the feet pressing down. Exhale, tabletop to downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet. From here, inhale your right leg up, bend the knee, stack the hip. Keep your shoulders square. And good, and then level the hips, straighten the leg, flex the toes towards the earth. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step the foot through to a lunge. Drop the back knee, untuck the back toes. Good. Right knee. Feel this little tuck in that low belly so you're not spilling forward. You're not dumping into your hips here. You feel this core control to stabilize the pelvis, and then you feel more of an opening in the front of that left thigh. Make sure this right knee stacked over the ankle. Good, and then reach the arms up. Good, so see how I have a neutral spine here. So with intention, take the elbows out, wide cactus arms, and lift through the chest. So now we're opening the heart. And then inhale, come back, knit the ribs, neutral. Exhale, open and lift the chest. Inhale, back to neutral. One more time, inhale, exhale, open up. Inhale, back to neutral. And then exhale, sit the hips back for half split. Straighten through the leg as best you can. So you might keep your knee bent just slightly. It's more important to work on pulling those sits bones back and reaching the crown of the head forward, really getting that hamstring stretch. Good, on your next inhale, you're gonna start to slide that foot back in towards you. So that knee, the right knee is gonna go all the way past the toes to the point where this right heel just naturally starts to lift. So you can't flex the foot any further, the heel starts to lift. And you're bringing a little weight onto that right thigh, feeling the stretch through that ankle joint and up into the calf. So I like to take my hand and just kind of pull down on that right heel. Breathing here. Good. The mat, start to lift the hips up, untuck the back toes, lift the back knee. You're gonna work to straighten through the legs for pyramid pose. So try to get that back heel connecting to the earth. Feel your left hip roll in towards the inner right thigh. So if that femur bone was turning clockwise in to level the pelvis. Good, so bending into this right knee. This is a little tricky, so keep up. So this left foot is gonna step forward to the top of the mat, and then you're gonna lift the right leg up for standing splits. So walking the hands back towards the standing leg. See if you can wrap one or both hands around the calf or the ankle. You've got to engage the right glute and hamstring to lift the right leg up, 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 up. And then exhale, drop the right foot down to meet the left. Shake it out. Ragdoll. Good, heel toe your feet hip width distance. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, press the hands into the mat, step back. Plank again. Here we go, core strengthening. You can drop the knees if you'd like. Take a deep inhale. On your exhale, drop the knees, the chest, the chin. Inhale, pull the heart through Bhujangasana. Remember, press into the top of the feet. Little to no weight in the hands. It's your back strength. Exhale, tabletop to down dog. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Open the mouth, exhale. Inhale the left leg up, bend the knee, stack the hip. Roll out your ankle joint. And then roll out your hip joint. Take your knee Draw big giant circles in one direction, and then the opposite direction. Good, level the hips, straighten the leg, look forward, take a deep inhale. Exhale, step the foot through to a lunge. Drop the right knee, untuck the right toes. Make sure that this left knee stacked over the ankle. You're rocking your hips forward to open through the top of this right thigh, but you're not spilling forward in the pelvis. So feel this little tuck here. You get more of an opening in the top of the thigh. That neutralizes and protects the low back. And then reach the arms up. So remember, you're knitting the ribs. That cue's kind of hard, but you're not splaying open. You're knitting and neutralizing that upper back. So with that in mind, this is neutral. With intention, we're going to open the heart. So take a deep inhale. Bending the elbows, opening the heart. Exhale. Inhale back to neutral. Exhale, open the heart. Cactus arms. Inhale. Exhale, open. Inhale, neutral. One more time. Exhale, open. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, sit the hips back, half split. So I told you last week, if you were here, your hamstring, which is on the back of the thigh here, connects to your sits bone. So that's the bony point at the bottom of the pelvis. If you have really tight hamstrings, the tendency is to round through that back so that you kind of pull that sit bone forward. So it's better to have a bent knee and then work to straighten the back than it is to have a straight leg with a really bent and rounded back. So that's just going to cause you stiffness in your back, and it's not working on your hamstring. So your hamstring is the focus here. For one more exhale. And then inhale, bending back into that left knee. You're going to slide the foot back towards you. So the knee goes all the way past the toes. That heel is going to naturally start to lift up. So it looks different for everyone. It really depends on how much flexion you can get in that foot. Now I've sprained and twisted my ankles so many times growing up. So I have a lot of scar tissue just built up around my ankle joints. So the first couple times I did this pose, I didn't even really feel anything because that scar tissue kind of numbed out the nerves down there. But then as I practiced, I started to feel it, and this has turned into one of my favorite poses. So if you don't feel it today, it's okay. Maybe you feel it really strongly in your calf and not at your ankle. That's okay. It's different for everybody. Good, so from here, you're gonna start to lift the hips, the back toes, lift the back knee. So you might have to walk the foot in a little bit to plant the right heel, working on straightening the legs. Again, you don't have to have the legs totally straight. That's just what you're working towards. This right hip naturally is gonna wanna roll open. So you feel your right hip rolling in. This time it's that femur bone rolling counterclockwise in towards the inner left thigh. And you're hinging from the hips, folding over the left leg. Good, so remember this transition is kind of tricky, so follow me. So you're gonna bend into the left knee so that you can step your right foot all the way to the top of the mat, and then lift the left leg up, standing splits. Walking the hands back towards the standing leg, see if you can wrap one or both around the calf or the ankle. Chest towards your knee, your forehead towards your shin. Squeeze the left glute and hamstring to lift the leg up, 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 up. And then exhale, drop the left foot down to meet the right. Shake it out. Ragdoll. Maybe a nice inhale through the nose. Opening the mouth, exhale. Good. Bringing the feet together. So big toes to touch. I always say a little space between the heels. It's going to look a little different for every foot. So basically what you want is the outside edges of the feet to be parallel with the outside edges of the mat. Your heels, if you could draw a line from your heels up to your toes, they'd be right in between the big toe and the pinky toe. Depends on what your big toe looks like. So maybe having your big toes together in a little space between the heels works. Maybe you touch the heels together. Maybe it's a little more space. Just kind of try to line up your feet so that your heels are in between the big toe and the baby toe. Good, from here, sit down in your chair. Inhale up. Utkatasana. Good. So from Utkatasana, take the left elbow underneath the right, wrap at the wrist. If you can't get this wrist wrap, just give yourself a big bear hug. From here, rooting into your right foot, take the left foot up and over. So you might do a kickstand. You might point the toes back. You might get that double wrap. Wherever you're at, really work to sit the hips back and down, back and down. Keeping the arms exactly where they're at. Slowly start to rise up, unwind the leg and shoot it back for eagle arm, warrior 3. Keeping the arms, hold it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. With control, see if you can land back in this lunge. You still have this bind in the arms. Lifting the elbows up, forearms away from the face, inhale. Exhale, releasing the arms. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, twist. Take that left elbow to the right knee. So maybe the palms come together. Maybe you take a fist and a hand on top. See if you can kind of push yourself a little deeper into the twist. Try to avoid the urge of really shifting that pelvis. So the left hip's gonna wanna drop. So lift the left hip up, pull that right hip down. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, release the hands to the inside of your right foot. Keeping that back leg lifted for a moment. Runner's lunge. So that right foot's coming out and up to stack on top of the knee. You're gonna rock forward on the toes. Exhale, rock back, lift the right toes. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, rock back. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, rock back. Good, come back to the center line. Drop the back knee and tuck the toes. Runner's lunge. 2 moments here to breathe. It might feel good to sway a little bit like I'm doing. Maybe you'd rather stay still. Maybe you want to come down to the elbows. Good. So hands are under the shoulders. Untuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Take your left hand in towards the midline and open up the right for a twist. Start to rock open that right knee, rock on the outside edge of that left foot, and then start to rock onto the outside edge of the left foot, stacking the right foot on top of the left for side plank. So you're welcome to drop the bottom knee here for side plank. So wherever you're at, knee dropped or lifted, we're gonna do some obliques. That right hand reaches up, lift the right hip up. Exhale, take your right hand, weave it underneath the left armpit. Inhale back up for 5. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 1. Exhale, drop the right hand. Drop your knees. Sit back. You can take a child's pose. Take a moment here to breathe. Good. So when you feel ready, you're going to press yourself back into downward facing dog. Inhale, look between the hands. Exhale, slowly walk forward, coming to a ragdoll at the top of the mat. So feet are hip width distance, bend your knees as much as you need. We're going to come into Pada Hastasana. So take the hands and step on them. So fingers, palms all the way up to the wrist. Bringing the weight forward into your toes. So this is all about getting that compression in the hands so you can bend your knees as much as you need. Try to release the head and the neck. Then releasing the hands one at a time, shake it out. Good, so heel toe those feet back together. So remember, big toes to touch, the heels go directly in between the big toe and the pinky toe. That's a difficult cue. Good, so sit back in your chair, inhale up, Utkatasana chair pose. Good, from here, taking your right elbow underneath the left. Maybe you do the bear hug. Maybe you get that double wrap. Rooting into the left foot, take your right foot up and over. So maybe you do a kickstand. Maybe you point the toes back. Maybe you get the double wrap. Wherever you're at, keep reaching the hips back and down, back and down. Holding for one more exhale. Keeping your arms where they're at. Inhale, rise up, unwind the legs, shoot it back. Eagle arm warrior 3. Holding it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. With control, release that right foot back to this high lunge. Your arms are still in this bind. Lifting the elbows up, forearms away from the face. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, release the arms. Inhale here in this high lunge. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, twist right elbow to the left knee. So remember, this right hip's gonna wanna dip down. So pull the right hip up and back. Left hip down and forward. Maybe you take a fist in the palm of the fist to twist. Good, and then exhale, release the hands to the inside of the left foot. So heel to that left foot out and up. Keep the knee stacked over the ankle. Shoulder stacked over the wrist. Good, from here you rock forward. Exhale, rock back. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, rock back. 2 more, inhale, rock forward. Exhale, rock back. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, rock back. Good, come back to neutral, drop the right knee and tuck the right toes. And just hang out here. Runner's lunge. So we're opening through the top of your right thigh. We're getting into your hip flexors of that right leg. Good, so from here, untuck the back toes, lift the back knee, take your right hand in towards the midline, open up the left, start to rock onto the outside edges of your feet, and then stack the left foot on top of the right. Remember, you're always welcome to drop the right knee. So lifting up through the hips, take an inhale. Exhale, weave the right hand underneath the right arm, or the left hand under the right armpit. Inhale up for 5. Exhale, 4. Exhale, 3. Exhale, 2. Exhale, 1. And hands to the mat. Sit back. Child's pose. Take a moment to find your breath. So notice how you feel. You're probably sweating a little bit. Your heart rate's probably up. See how that affects the thoughts in your mind. And see if you can use your breath to calm it down. You're just gonna slide all the way onto your belly. Good, so we're gonna get into a little arm stretch. So you're gonna take your left arm forward. You're gonna take your right arm, weave it underneath the left. So keep your shoulders square to the mat. So you might just fold over that right arm like this and release. If you want a little more, take your left hand, see if you can cross it over the right. And then you fold over the arms. If you feel like you want a little more in this, you can tuck the toes and kind of wiggle walk your body up and over the arms a little more. Wherever you feel good, just bring the body weight onto the arms and hang here. So checking in with your jaw here. Try not to clench your jaw over your arm. So see if you can find a little space in between the teeth so you're not biting down hard. And then as you inhale, even though it feels a little more challenging to fill up the lungs, let that be part of the challenge. So you feel how that back body expands when you inhale. You feel a little more release on your exhale. Good, and then inhale, rising back up, unwind the arms. Let's take the left ear to the mat, arms by your side. Just breathe here. bringing the hands back up. Opposite side this time. So take your right arm out this time. Take your left arm, weave it under. So keep your shoulders square to the mat, and then just kind of bring the body weight over the arms. If you want more, take your right arm, cross it over the left, bringing the body weight over the arms. If you need a little more, you tuck the toes, wiggle walk the body up and over, and then release. So breathing here, feeling this really great stretch through the backs of the shoulders, across the deltoids. Okay. Inhaling, rising up, unwind the arms. Take your right ear to the mat this time. Arms up the side. Just breathe. Good. Bringing the hands, tuck the toes, press yourself into a tabletop, and then back to down dog. Inhale your right leg up. Right knee to the right wrist, extending the leg back. So checking in with this pose, you want to make sure that you feel okay on this right knee. If folding over here feels like there's pinching or pulling in your right knee, you can always just rock on to that hip, come over to your back body, take the right ankle to the left knee. So this figure four, you can reach for the back of that left thigh. So this is reclined pigeon. So wherever you're at, pigeon or reclined pigeon, let's give ourselves a few moments here to really breathe into these hips. So maybe you want to revisit that breath that we did at the beginning. Sometimes having something to kind of focus on can really help you. So I'll count you through it. So exhaling out the mouth. Deep inhale through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Taking some natural breaths here. And on your next inhale, slowly start to walk yourself up, using your arm strength to press and lift the hips back. So you can stop through tabletop and just extend the leg back, shake it out, get that blood flow back down into the leg. But when you feel ready, pressing back into down dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale for pigeon on the opposite side. Left elbow, left knee to the left wrist. Extending the leg back. Check in with your knee on this side. It might feel a little different. If you need to roll over onto your back, finding reclined pigeon, you can take that left ankle to the right knee, reach for the right leg. So wherever you're at, pigeon or reclined pigeon, just give yourself a little bit of time here, allowing your breath, time, and gravity to help these muscles release. I'm going to talk you through 3 rounds of that controlled breath. So exhaling everything out. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold it, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold it, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Finding another round of breath. And then inhale, pressing yourself up. Let's rock onto that left hip. Take the knees up and just windshield wiper the legs back and forth. You might extend the legs out long and just shake it out. Good. We're going to do one more little core activity before we start to wind down. So we're going to find boat pose. So coming onto your seat, I'm going to take you through it one step at a time. So a lot of times what I see when we move through this boat pose is if your core strength isn't quite there, sometimes we compensate in our low back. So as you move through this, I'll take it step at a time. If you feel yourself go like this in your low back, this like that, typically it kind of clunks into it. That means your back is compensating. That's going to give you a sore back tomorrow, so don't push it that far. What's probably going to happen when you get to your edge for where your core is at, these core muscles are going to start to shake. They spasm. You're like, oh my God, this is as far as I can go. But if you feel them stop shaking, that's a cue that maybe another muscle group started to take over. So we really want it to be in the core. So trust your instincts and do it a step at a time with me. And when you feel your core shaking, you hold it there. So bringing the hands behind the knees, finding that nice long spine. So I'm going to try really hard to keep my head back. I always tuck my chin, but keep your head back so your spine is nice and long. So this might be plenty on your core. If you want a little more, come up to your toes. If you want a little more, lift the shins. If you want a little more, release the hands. Maybe you straighten the legs. This might be plenty. Maybe you start to lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You should feel yourself shake and hold at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way back up. Take a deep inhale. Lengthen through your spine. Open the mouth. Exhale. Good. So did you feel that in your core? We're going to do that 2 more times. You want to find that edge in your body where those muscles are at their capacity of strength and trying to hold. That's how you build the muscle properly. So doing it again. Starting off, hands behind the knees, lengthen through the spine. Maybe you come to the toes. Lift the shins. Release the hands. Straighten the legs. Start to lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back up. Take a deep inhale. Open the mouth. Exhale. One more time. Hands behind the knees. Lengthen the spine. Toes, shins, hands, legs. Start to lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to release all the way down on our backs. Reach the arms up over the head. Full body stretch. Yawning in. Sighing out. Whew. Give yourself a moment. Whew. Good. So from here, you're going to pull the right knee in. Take the hands, interlace them around the right shin. Pulling that right knee up and over to the right armpit. This is called wind removing pose. You're getting that compression in your low right belly. That's where your ascending colon lives, in your low right belly. There's also lymph nodes in your hip crease, behind your knee, in your armpits if you want to compress, in your throat if you want to get that intentional double chin. We need our lymph nodes for our white blood cells right now to keep us healthy. So squeeze. I mean, we always need them, but especially right now. One more inhale. And then exhale, find supine twist. So take your left hand on that outside of the right knee and pull it over to the opposite side of the body. You can take your right arm out to a T. Maybe you look towards the right fingertips. If this strains your neck, you look straight up or you look over to the left. Supine twist. Breathing. inhale, bringing both the knees into the chest, just rocking side to side, massaging the low back. And then extending your right leg long. Take that awkward interlace of the fingers around the left shin, and then pull the left knee up and around the rib cage towards the left armpit. So when removing pose on the opposite side, your descending colon lives in that left low belly. Again, we've got those lymph nodes in your hip crease, your armpits, your throat. Also got your thyroid in your throat. Anytime you compress muscles like this, or glands like this, we're restricting the blood flow. So the benefit comes when you release and that blood rushes through. That synovial fluid that feeds the cartilage and lubricates your organs moves around when you release. So let's release it. Exhale, supine twist. Take it over to the right side of the body. You can keep your left shoulder down. Gaze towards the left. If that hurts your neck, you look up or over to the right. Breathing here. Good. Inhale, bring it back in. Take the knees back into the chest. Let's come into a happy baby. So we're going to do this one step at a time. If you know you're good and happy baby, go for it. But I want to make sure that you keep that low back on the earth. So you can take your knees really wide. Take the soles of the feet like you're going to step on the ceiling. Start off by just grabbing the outsides of the thighs. So see how my low back stays down? Maybe you can lift it up to the calves. Maybe you can come to the outside edges of the feet. Just try not to let this happen in your low back. So keep that back down. Bring your hands wherever your hands feel like you're protecting your back. And then you're just pulling the knees down into the armpits. Might feel good to rock a little side to side. Might feel good to straighten one leg and the other. Good, and then we're going to bring the knees back together. Give yourself one final little squeeze. And then exhale, releasing everything long to the mat. Finding your final Shavasana. So you stay down on your mat in final Shavasana. I'm going to sit up and guide you through this. So your feet should be wide, like mat width distance. Flop the feet open. Your arms should be about 45 degrees from your body so your armpits can breathe with your palms up. Make sure your chin stays perpendicular to your throat, so your head's not arching back. If it is, you can lift yourself up with a pillow. Just make sure your shoulders stay down on the mat. The head is only lifted on the pillow. And then if you feel good, closing the eyes and just giving yourself these next few moments here to be still in the final Shavasana, enjoying the sense of peace you feel after moving and working your body. Letting everything settle, letting everything process. Remember that you can stay in this pose as long as you need. If you want a little more time in Shavasana, just stay right where you're at. But when you feel nice and ready, start to deepen your breath. Wiggling your fingers and your toes, rolling out your wrist and your ankles. Find this full body stretch, reaching the arms back. Take a yawn in a sigh out. And then pulling the knees into the chest and rolling over to your side, finding fetal position. Just curled up nice and cozy, taking a moment to feel gratitude for your practice. And when you feel ready, slowly start to drag yourself up into a comfortable seat, bringing the palms together at the heart. The teacher and the light in me honors, respects, and sees the teacher and the light in you. Namaste. Awesome. Thank you guys again for showing up. It's really fun. I don't know about you, but I've enjoyed myself. I hope you have. Send me a note or tag me in a post so we can get more people this week to join us. Again, if you feel inclined or have the means, you can Venmo me at Erica-Porter, whatever donation feels good to you. If you don't have the means right now, I'm so happy you're here, and I'm glad we're able to do this together. All right, I'm signing out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. You're welcome. How do I end it? I always don't understand how to end it. There we go.